There are 5 pretty uncomfortable truths about having a boyfriend after 60 that almost no one ever says to your face. If you are a woman over 60 and you have walked through divorce, widowhood, betrayal, years of carrying everyone on your back, or you are simply too tired to raise another grown man, this video is for you. I want you to hear this very clearly at the start. You are not too picky. You are not too old. You are not broken. It might just be that you are finally seeing the real cost of letting a man step into the peace, the finances, and the heart you spent an entire lifetime building. This is not going to be a video about how to stay attractive to men after 60 or tips to keep a younger boyfriend. The real question after everything you have lived through is, what is still worthy of my peace, my home, my nervous system, and my dignity? In this video, we are going to walk through 5 very specific reasons why so many wise women your age are choosing not to have a boyfriend, and why that is not a failure at all, but a mature decision to protect yourself. And if after hearing all 5 reasons you still want companionship, you will be much clearer about what kind of man should never be allowed into your home. And if someone truly worthy does show up, the way he has to step into your life on top of the peace and boundaries you already built, not by dragging you back into the role of nurse mommy or walking wallet one more time. Let us start with the first reason. Reason 1. The old boyfriend model keeps you emotionally smaller than who you really are. Reason number 1. The boyfriend model you were taught in your 20s is usually way too small for the woman you have become in your 60s and 70s. When you were young, having a boyfriend sounded light. You go out, you talk on the phone, you see each other on weekends, you daydream a little about the future. But now you are not a 20-year-old girl anymore. You are someone who has walked through divorce, widowhood, raising kids, caring for aging parents, illness, loss. Your heart has been through real wars. Here is the problem: that old boyfriend label often comes with an unspoken rulebook. Do not go too deep. Do not make things heavy. Do not talk about illness, death, money, fear, faith. Just keep it fun. I have met so many women in their 60s in this exact situation. They have a boyfriend, but every time they try to talk about what actually matters, things like what happens if my health declines, what happens financially, if you get really sick. I am scared of aging. I am scared of being alone. I am scared of dying. My spiritual life, my questions for God. The man next to them shuts it down. He says things like, "Do not ruin the mood," or "Why do you think so much?" or "Let us just enjoy ourselves. We are not here for long." So what happens? That woman starts to shrink herself. She talks less about her fears. She hides the deepest parts of herself. She saves the tears for when she is alone at night, just so she can look like an easygoing woman standing next to her boyfriend during the day. If you are in a relationship where you have to make yourself lighter, you have to be less deep, you have to hide your most honest parts, you do not have a life partner. You have a man who is enjoying a watered-down version of you. Be brutally honest with yourself as you listen. Am I putting makeup on my pain and fear so he does not get uncomfortable? Am I avoiding the topics that really matter to me because I am scared he will say I am too negative? Do I feel like my full self is too much for this relationship? If the answer is yes, the problem is not that you are too much. The problem is that this boyfriend container is far too small for your soul. Do not shrink the ocean inside you to fit into anyone's kiddie pool. Reason 2. Your energy and nervous system are too precious to spend on chaos. Reason number 2. After 60, every bit of emotional energy you have is expensive. The wrong boyfriend can burn through your entire budget very fast. A lot of relationships start out sweet. He calls, he texts, he asks you out, he says all the right things. You feel noticed, seen like somebody again. But slowly the roles begin to slide. You realize the calls are no longer about connection, they are about complaining. The dates are not about sharing. They are one-sided venting sessions. The texts stop being "I miss you" and turn into "I need you to listen to my problems again." You become the one who listens to endless stories about his ex-wife, the one who absorbs his anger about his kids, the one who hears the same list of illnesses over and over, the one who soothes a loneliness he refuses to face himself. If you are an empathetic person, this is a very easy trap. You think, "Poor guy, if I do not pick up, I am a bad person." And every time you do, another little piece of your peace leaves your body. I want you to try a very simple exercise. Think back over the last 5 to 10 interactions with this man. Every time you hung up the phone, every time he walked out your front door. Ask yourself one question: do I feel lighter or heavier right now? If you feel heavy once in a while, that is life. But if 7 out of 10 times or 8 out of 10 times you end the interaction feeling tense, drained, weighed down, quietly resentful but afraid to say it, then this is not companionship. This is a job, a full-time emotional caregiving job with no pay, no retirement plan, and no days off. And we have not even talked about physical safety yet at this stage of life. One bad fall, one dangerous situation can change everything for your body. Inviting a man you barely know into your home, your car, your private spaces at night, when people do not pay as much attention as they used to, is a very real risk. You are not exhausted because of your age. You are exhausted because you are working too many emotional night shifts for people who should be taking responsibility for their own inner life. Reason 3. The financial and housing risks are bigger than you think. Reason number 3. The wrong boyfriend can turn the home and financial stability you built over a lifetime into a very dangerous gamble. By this age, you know better than anyone, nothing is free. You understand the value of a safe place to live, a retirement fund that keeps you from becoming a burden to your kids, a car that runs a little money for church or community, and brunch with friends. Here is the other side. A lot of men at this age are also looking for a soft landing. You have probably seen this story before. At first, it is easier if I come to your place so I do not have to drive so far. Then maybe I will stay a few nights, then go back. Then I will leave some stuff here just so I do not have to carry it back and forth. Then we are basically like a couple anyway. Do we really need paperwork? It all happens slowly and it all feels natural, so it is easy to go along. Until the utility bills go up, the fridge empties faster, and the medical and everyday costs start piling onto your shoulders. Then you realize you are subsidizing a grown man. Let me give you 3 very simple red flags to check yourself against. First, he is talking about moving and sharing space or combining households very early on, long before he has proven any real stability or responsibility. Second, he is vague or evasive whenever you ask about debt, income, and existing financial responsibilities. Third, every time you draw a clear line around your money and your home, you end up feeling guilty, like you are selfish, even though all you are doing is protecting what you have built. After 60, you do not need complicated financial rules. You just need one golden rule: separate home, separate money, separate legal commitments. Someone might earn a place in your heart, but that does not mean they automatically earn a place on your deed or in your bank account. You did not work your whole life, save, stretch, and sacrifice just to turn your house and retirement savings into a consolation prize for a man who refuses to grow up. Reason 4. Slipping back into nurse. Mommy purse. Secretly erodes your dignity. Reason number 4. If you are not extremely awake, you will slide back into 3 old roles: nurse, mommy, and purse, and lose yourself all over again. Let us be honest, how many times in your life have you played these roles? Nursing your husband when he was sick, absorbing the anger, silence, or neglect of others, running the entire household, cooking, cleaning bills, paperwork, covering for your kids' mistakes or your partner's mistakes. At some point, your body says enough, but your old conditioning still knows the root. When a new man shows up and you are not paying attention, that old voice in your head whispers, "Poor guy. He does not know how to do this stuff. Let me just take care of it. I cannot stand looking at this mess." And then you are organizing, cooking, cleaning again. You are managing doctor appointments and medications again. You are opening your wallet just this one time. Look closely at your recent life. This past week, how many caregiving tasks have you done for him without him once asking, "And how are you doing?" Are you cleaning up things a grown, healthy man could absolutely handle himself? Are you paying for things or taking on financial risk for problems he created? If you notice you are doing more, worrying more, sacrificing more, while he relaxes, more, slacks off, more, depends on you more, then those old roles are back: nurse, mommy, purse. And every time you slip back into those roles, another piece of your dignity and self-respect gets worn down. You have spent enough years being the nurse, the mother, and the wallet for other people. This chapter of your life does not get to look like the last ones. In this chapter, if a man comes into your life, he has to come in as a grown adult responsible for his own body, his own emotions, and his own money. Reason 5. You deserve sacred love or a life alone that is not lacking anything. Reason number 5, and the deepest one. You deserve sacred love, not leftover scraps of attention. When we are afraid of being alone, the brain plays a dangerous trick. It starts to inflate the value of anyone who shows up. A late-night phone call. A "what are you doing?" text. A compliment. You look amazing for your age. Suddenly your brain says, "This must be love, do not lose it." But if you watch closely, you will see he calls when he is bored, not when you genuinely need support. He compliments you when he wants something, not because he is really present with you. He disappears when you are most vulnerable and reappears when he needs to be soothed again. That is not sacred love, that is leftover attention falling off the edges of a life he does not know how to manage. Sacred love is different. Sacred love meets you at the level of your soul, not just your body. It does not require you to be smaller, quieter, simpler to be acceptable. It does not demand that you become a caregiver in order to earn a few hours of not being lonely. And sacred love does not only come through men. Many women your age have discovered that the most solid relationship they have is with the God they believe in. The next most important is with themselves when they finally start honoring their own body voice and intuition. And then with other women, friends, sisters in faith or community, women who actually see and understand them. I want you to ask yourself 3 questions. Does this man meet me at the level of who I really am? My wounds, my faith, my fears, my questions? Or is he only interested in the fun, easy, entertaining version of me? Since this person came into my life, has the deep peace inside me gone up, stayed steady, or been quietly eroded little by little? If he disappeared tomorrow, would my life still have meaning, richness, and support from God, from community, and from myself? Or would everything collapse? If your honest answer sounds like, I would still have God, I would still have my friends, my grandkids, my community, I would still have my small home, my little garden, my cup of tea, my books, my own quiet peace, then you are already closer to sacred love than many people who sleep next to someone and still feel crushingly lonely on the inside. A man, if he comes, is a bonus, not a life raft. If no man comes, you are still whole, still worthy, and still deeply loved by the one you believe in, by the women who get you, and most importantly, by yourself. So the real question is not, should I have a boyfriend after 60? The question is, what kind of love and what kind of peace are truly worthy of the woman I have become? Not having a boyfriend after 60 is not proof that you failed at love. Very often, it is proof that you have outgrown the old patterns that tried to keep you small. Before you click away, I want to invite you to sit quietly for a moment and ask yourself a very simple, very honest question. If I loved myself the way I wish a man would love me, what would I stop putting up with starting this week? Let that question walk with you over the next few days, and if this video spoke to something deep inside, you share it with another woman who you know is quietly wrestling with the same questions. You are not alone, and you are not broken. You are learning how to protect yourself wisely, sacredly, and with your full dignity intact.